something, man.
Energy, man. Why you do that, man? Why you do that, man?
Bro, put a silencer on him. This bitch shoot like Bro, put a silencer on him. She sound like Lee's.
To the streets, my heart is colder than my eyes. I was just a product, I ain't believing in different life, yeah. I had to realize was your life. I gave my all, you still wanted me to put up a fight, yeah. Take a nigga chain, get it exchanged, and pull up on mic, then. I ain't talking Tyson, but you know my jury biting. Joe getting sloppy, buying all the shit he couldn't buy it. It's hard to make that transfer, new life and no life shit. Got niggas that ain't worried by time and fighting the life sentence. Streets ain't what you thought they was, so stay in school, nigga. Cause nowadays niggas getting killed off auto-tune lyrics. Got turned to a memory and the next day was this school picture. Shot them, don't know who did it, and the movie full clip. When you out here in the land, that's how they do. Niggas broke, we ain't have two figures, I'm just tryna do bigger. I'm tryna make a way, beat them yesterday. Came from a bad example, one of the baddest apples. I swear I'm down to get it, gotta live to see my children. Property, I'ma get them, put that name on the building. Due to the streets, my heart is colder than my eyes. I was just a product, I ain't believing in different life, yeah. I had to realize was your life. I gave my all, you still wanted me to put up a fight, yeah. Take a nigga chain, get it exchanged, and put up on mic, then. I ain't talking Tyson, but you know my jury biting. Yeah. Joe getting sloppy, buying all the shit he couldn't buy it. It's hard to make that transfer, new life and no life shit. People telling me all the time that I'ma drop out. But for sure they on my dick if I go pop out. They say that I'ma end up dead or in a high bar. That's why I gotta keep my Glocky on the close side. They don't wanna act like they them old guys. Cause they got it rolling, found some motion. Trish exotic poppin', I be so high. Trish exotic poppin', I be. Due to the streets, my heart is colder than my eyes.
Yes, sir, Skeezy. What it is, man, it's your boy Jmoney. You back tuning into Up Next podcast, man, with another episode, man. And we got Azul in the building, man.
Yo, what up,
Yo, what's the deal?
It's Azul. You know, I just dropped my project, Lifestyle Inflation. Everybody get it out there, streaming right now. And appreciate you for having me on Up Next on your podcast, buddy.
No doubt. Appreciate you sliding, bro. Yeah. If you don't know Azul, man, it's Blue in English, you know what I'm saying, man. But that's the artist that you got to be in tune to right now, man. He's about to blow, man. That track right there was one of my favorite tracks, bro. That shit right there is hard. I was like, yeah, this nigga got it, bro. He got it. That shit hard.
I really don't even be listening to that song. I ain't gonna lie.
That was like, it's crazy. That was like my first song I clicked on. I was like, let me click on this one, bro. And I heard the beat, and I was like, this beat hard. Then I heard him sliding on it. I was like, wait, this nigga different. I'm like, damn, he going in, man. But yeah, keep doing your shit, bro. That right there, one of my favorite tracks, man. You got a whole bunch of different shit we're gonna get into right now, man. But, you know, on this podcast, you know, we like to get to know more about the artist, you feel me? So we're going to start from the very beginning, bro. Talk to me. Talk about your upbringing, where you're from, what was it like growing up?
Shit, I'm from South Central, Los Angeles. You know, I grew up there. I was raised there. A little bit of Mid-City, too, you know. So I'm familiar with a lot of areas. You know, I went to school, like, in East L.A. area and stuff. So, yeah, like I say, I'm familiar with a lot of areas. But for the most part, I'm from South Central, Los Angeles. And, you know, I just started doing music, like, not too long ago. I probably say like 2 years ago, 2 years and some change ago now, because, you know, when I started doing music and stuff, I wasn't really like doing music. I was probably going to the studio like every 4 months, one time,
like in and
one
out
song,
type shit.
like, you know.
Yeah. So how'd you get into music, like, and why? Like, this is something like you wanted to do, something that you feel me, like you just wanted to try. Like, what was your whole game plan behind really fucking hopping in the booth and making some music?
Nah, I feel like I tell this story a lot, and later on down the line, a lot of people gonna hear it, and probably in a lot of different places. But just to, you know, to remind people, or for the people that don't know, actually, I really started making music because I had like some friends that do some music, you know, like some homies from the hood and stuff like that. They make music and stuff. You know, it's not like the homies from the hood, like just regular homies that live in South Central and stuff like that too. They was making music. I was always like the youngest one in the group, so all my homies were always like 18, 16. I'm like 12 years old, you know, like 20 and stuff. So yeah, long story short, they was like had their own little studio set up like at the house, you know, like regular shit like Snowball with a sock, like cheap ass software, like, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, like Scarlet software, and
Basic
like
shit.
that. No, not software. What is that? What is that called again? I forgot. But yeah, long story short, that's not the
GarageBand
point.
type shit.
No. It's a interface. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So they was making some songs one time. I was in the studio. I just came back from school. I was in middle school. You know, and they was making some songs. I put it to my boy crib, and I ain't gonna lie, like one of them was saying something like, you know, like you just start listening to rappers, you want to say things rappers saying. See, Lucky said a little something like that. I was just like, damn, gang, I ain't gonna lie, you shouldn't have said that. Like, it's not true. Like, you ain't never pushed that whip. Like, don't say it like you drove that car before. Like, you doing that something like
facts.
that. You ain't even fucked that bitch. Like, stop acting like you get that type of hoes. Come on, keep it 100. You know.
Yeah.
No disrespect, but you know, like they ain't take it like offensive, but they're just like on me, like you right, but like you know, if you really feel that way, why don't you like hop on the track? I was just like, I ain't trying to hop on the track, I ain't trying to rap, like you know, I was like regular, like young age, like I started getting money, so I was just chilling, I just like getting money, I wasn't trying to do nothing extra, you know, and you know, after a while, I pull up to some studio sessions, they always keep picking on me like with the same question, like damn man, hop on the song, like rap, man, you always talking about this, that, rap, like you know. So one time I did hop on the song and stuff, you know, but I was just like, man, all right, fuck it. Everybody get the fuck out the room, though. I ain't trying to do this. Anyway, you know? And, well, yeah, you know, I laid like a track down. And they was fucking with it. I feel like a lot of people was fucking it. Like, everybody around me, they listen to the song like, oh, what? Like, you a little rapper now? You made a little song. I was like, nah, it ain't that serious, you know? It ain't that serious. But they ended up fucking with the song, and I really didn't make like another song till like a year later. But after a while, like, I just see so many of the homies that low-key trying to rap and stuff. You know, it's cool because every time I'm pulling up to the studio session, like, just after doing like normal shit, like, you know, I'm done doing my little shit for the day, like getting my little money and stuff. I pull up to probably one of their studio sessions and stuff. I'm just listening and rap. The whole time when they playing beats, you know, it's a whole process when you're making a song. So you listen to that beat back and forth, and you listen to that same like a bar that just keeps repeating. So every time I'm hearing the beat, I can hear my own lyrics in my head. Like I could just like, you know, like the beat, the song playing, I can hear the lyrics in my head. Like I got lyrics for it, you know, and I feel like it's hard. I just don't want to rap, you know. So after a while, I started like, all right, like low-key, I'm trying to make a song. Like I pull up one time, like I'm trying to make a song. Like let me hop on the track, like you know. And you know, I kind of made a song from there, but I ain't really take it serious. That's like when I first like attempted rapping. Like I'm not thinking about a rapper. I just wanted to do it. Cause really, like when I was young, like I said, like around 12 and stuff like that, I like listened to a lot of like lyrical rappers and stuff like that, you know, and they would like kind of impact me in a way where I wasn't trying to rap on beats, but I was writing rhymes like with no beat or nothing. It kind of like poetry, you know, like that's kind of how it was because I was using some sophisticated words, like you know, some complex words and stuff like that. You know, cause I was trying to be like that, like Kendrick Lamar, like J. Cole type beat, like you know, like
some shit.
I was listening to the shit that they say, and I'll be like, damn, that's a big word. Like I gotta have to go to Google, search it up, and I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna start using this word so I can learn it, you know. And then so you know, later on down the line, I'll punch it into my own stuff. Or even if I didn't know the word, I'll search it up, see what it mean, use it, and then
break that shit down.
Because now I use it in my lyric, it always remind me what the definition of that word is, and that kind of help me remember, like you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of started doing that, but I wouldn't, like I said, I don't know rap shit. Then you fast forward like a year, probably like a year and some change. I had met one of my boys, Rara. I couldn't go to no public school, so I could only go to charter schools and like private schools and like charter school. They weren't even letting me at first, so I ain't go to school a lot. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't go to school too much. But for the most part, I did ended up getting accepted to this charter school in East LA. So I moved to East LA, like, not moved, but I moved schools to East LA, and I met one of my boys, Rara. You know, East LA full of a lot of Mexican people and stuff like that. So, like, 98% of the school is Mexican, like, you know. My boy, Rara, he probably, like, one of the 3 black people that was in my school and stuff like that. So he always rapping and stuff. He also from the South Central. You know, he, like, from the very few people that's from the South Central, because a lot of people in my school wouldn't fuck with me because they'll be like, like, bro, you not even Hispanic, bro. Like, you black. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, like, because my style and stuff like that. But, you know, like, Latino in South Central is not the same Latino in East LA. Like, you know?
Yep.
It's not the same thing. Like, you know, it's not the same type of Hispanic.
It's
like,
kind of like, I understand what you're saying. Because, like, my grandma grew up on 51st and Hooper.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where she lived, and I always used to be there and shit. You feel me? And like you can like they would always, you know, feel me like they was like, why you dressed like that? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, why are you hanging out with them type shit? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like I was like, what you mean, bro? Like, you feel me? Like, it's my people, but I'm still Mexican at the end of the day. You feel me? Like, you're not gonna tell me what the fuck.
Nah,
Feel me?
for
So
sure.
like, I understand like what you mean by that shit.
Nah, yeah, cause like in East LA, it's like really like like stick to your race, you know, like.
Yep.
In South Central, we really like diverse. Like everybody fuck with everybody. You know, it's a lot of love. Like the block will be full of black and brown, and you probably have like one person that's white on the block, like some random shit. Like, you know, but everybody cool, everybody chilling. Like, you know, everybody done seen everybody grew up. Like, you know, my homies, aunties, his granny and stuff like that. Like they done see me grow up. They treat me like on their own kids, like stuff like that. Like, you know, so yeah, so I mean, you know. Rob kind of like one of the only people I could click with in the school. He always rapping his ass out. Like, he freestyling, he'll go, like, it's passing period and stuff. He just freestyling and saying the most random shit. I just be like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, you know, like, I just be like, bro, you want to rap so bad, bro? Like, I was just like, man, I'll book a studio session for you. I ain't even know him, but I was just like, man, you be trying to rap so much, bro. Like, you ever made a song? Like, you know, and he was just like, yeah, I have. He showed me. It's a song, like, kind of like what I said on my boy's studio. He had his own boy in his own studio, it's Snowball Assault, and they just put it on SoundCloud, like, you know? And yeah, long story short, I told him, I was like, I think I know somebody with a studio if I book it. Like I told you, I was getting money at the time. I ain't know what to spend my money on, you know. So I told him if I book it, you'll rap. Like, and he was just like, hell yeah, like hell yeah, like for sure. So I was like, fuck it, like I booked it while I was in school and stuff like that. It was one of my boys from the hood. It's funny because it's my boy right here. Like it's his boy. It was his boy at first. He introduced me to him, like type beat. And like, you know, they was just like, yo, like Jason got a studio, like, you know, woo woo. And he was at the time, he was like a young nigga too. He like 17 years old. Mind you, I was obviously younger and stuff. But like he was probably like 17, 18 years old, and then he got his own little studio set up in the hood and stuff. So from there, like we put up to his shit, man. We over here thinking like, damn, like this shit crazy. Like you for real got a studio, bro. Like he had a booth set up and stuff. You know, remind you, he was using the Scarlet interface, but like we thought it was crazy. He had a blue mic. I was like, damn, this is official. Like for real, he had a big screen. I was like, damn, man, nah, this is a studio. Like for real, you know. And it was some trap shit, like some real trap shit. But you know, I ain't used to seeing and stuff. Like, I don't know what a studio look like. You know, I only see that shit like movies and stuff. So
like when you first like hop into that shit, like you think it's impossible to get into.
Nah,
be
for sure.
Shit. Be like, damn.
Back
like,
in the day, it used to be like that. Like if you was getting in studios, you was really about to make a hit or something like that. Like nowadays, it'd be like everybody got a studio. Like, you know, back then it wasn't like you official if you rapping in the studio. Like you know, just rapping at home, like your little setup. Anyways, long story short, Rob pull up. You know, he pull up a beat, and I'm just like. You know, I wasn't trying to rap. I really got the studio session for him, but I had wrote a song to that beat before, you know? So I told him, I was like, damn, you trying to rap on this one? He was just like, yeah, I got something for it. I was like, I look, you got something for it too, brody. And he was just like, hop on it. Like, I was just like, all right, like, you punch it in first, then I'll hop on it. And then, long story short, we made that song. That's when I really, cause that's when I wasn't trying to be lyrical or anything like that. That's when I was just melodic. I don't even know where I really got my melody from or anything like that. But I just, you know, like he was melodic and I was melodic, you know. So to everybody at the time, they're just like, it's different. Mind you, it's like 3 years ago now, like, you know. It was just like, to everybody, it was just like, damn, this is different. And, well, you know, we made that song, and long story short, like, damn, people were really fucking, I was even fucking with, I was just like, damn, I could probably blow up. Like, you know, like, shit. It sounded crazy. Like, I heard myself with a melody, I'm like, damn, like, at the time, Roddy Rich and stuff like that wasn't even really popping to nobody like that, you know? So it was just like, damn, like, I got a melody, like, you know? Different. I didn't even know that it was called a melody. I thought I was singing. I was not singing. I was just being melodic. Yeah. You know, cause singing, that's a real talent. Like singing, you know, I don't want to learn how to sing. I don't feel like I know how to sing yet, you know. So long story short, that I ended up booking the rest of the studio all hours for the rest of the week. Like we literally stayed in the studio, slept there, woke up, like rap, sleep again, wake up, rap. Like I bought damn near within that week, I probably bought like pound of weed, like, you know, we was just smoking our ass off.
Cooking up.
Yeah, there's somebody that's doing like 50% off, like on food and stuff like that on Instagram and stuff like that. So we was just getting 50% off everything, just eating, rapping, trying to like make more songs. But I told Rod too, I was just like, hey, buddy, like, look, these songs is hard, but I'm not trying to drop nothing. I told him I'm not trying to drop nothing. He's just like, all right, like, I don't mind. He wasn't really trying to be a rapper at the time either, but he did like rapping a lot. Cause Rod played he played D1 soccer, bro. Like, you know, the school that I was going to, it had a D1 soccer team, bro. So low-key, like, he had already played travel ball, like Mexico, all that. Like, he really had a ticket with soccer, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess they was saying that week like he kind of fell in love with the music stuff, and remind you like I don't even really know him like that. I told you I just hollered at him, told him to go to the studio with Woo, right? And yeah, like man, he just man, he like I want to rap. Later down, like a couple months later, he kept going to the studio, but I wasn't going. Like I told you, I wasn't really into it that much. I did go that whole week with him though, but after that, like I like I said, I'll go to the studio like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. You know, I'll go to the studio every 4 months, 5 months, like. And I'm starting to see that he was progressing with his songs and stuff. So that's why, like, after, like, I grew a little, like, all right, like, I'm trying to make some songs to drop now. Like, you know, that's after we made, like, 50 songs, though. Like, we had made a gang of songs before I was even trying to drop anything. So that's kind of how it came about to, like, how I started rapping and stuff.
That's dope. That's fire. That's a crazy-ass story, too, bro. Shit, man. But now that you, feel me, you started making music and shit, to the people that's tuning in, like, how would you describe your type of sound, you know, the type of music that you make?
I think, I you know, for a long time, I've been asking a couple people, like, what type of category you sound, like, song you think I'm in. I wouldn't know how to explain, but, like, probably like a melodic,
yeah, like
soul rap type shit, like, a little bit, like. Cause I got a lot of different vibes in my songs, you know, so it's really kind of hard to tell. But I feel like in a category like you know, like Rilo Rodriguez, like NoCap type, like you know.
Just about to get into that. Like I was going through your music and shit, and it was saying like, damn, bro, like you sound like you just like a Mexican NoCap. You feel me? I seen it. It was like you like a Mexican.
Oh, you see
NoCap.
somebody put that comment?
Yeah,
I
they
seen
put the
that
comment
too. I did
on your music.
Yeah, I never really thought of that because I feel like me and NoCap do not sound alike at all. But I think what he trying to say is kind of like our wordplay and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you feel me. You're not really that aggressive type of rapper that's gonna hop in and talk all that shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
You're gonna talk the shit, but it's gonna be in a smooth player way, in a melodic way. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what, like, when I first heard of you, I was like, yeah, like he not like everybody else that's really coming in here popping shit like in a loud, aggressive way. Like he more of a laid back. He gonna spit some shit. He gonna let you know, but he just gonna let you know like in a cool way. You feel me? Like in a melodic way and really break that shit down. You feel me? Like he not really pressured up type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's like my thoughts of the way you be talking.
Yeah,
and
not
shit,
for sure. Because don't get me wrong, like man, I be you know, same lifestyle as every other hood nigga and stuff like that, but I don't be on the like young boy like break a nigga down or something like that. I don't be with that whole stupid shit like. Cause I'm not gonna talk about something I don't really feel or something I don't really do. Like I ain't the type of nigga that get mad fast, something like that. Like you really can't get me mad, bro. You try like you do some hatred shit, I'm just gonna fight you with love, bro. Then you end up looking dumb at the end. Like, I'm not tripping, like you know? I ain't gonna fight hate with hate, bro. You know, so like I ain't that type of dude like where like I come aggressive or something like that. Like yeah, I can be, but I really gotta feel that way that day. Like I can't just come and try to do it. Like I gotta feel it, like, you know. When I go to the studio, I don't be like kind of like sitting around in the studio thinking about what I'm about to say or something. I just be like, punch me in, like, you know, whatever I say, like, punch me in, like. Then I listen to the whole song. Then after when I'm done with it, I listen, like I say, like I listen to the whole song. Then I see if it going or not. If it's something I want to switch, I'll switch it at the end. Cause I used to like when I first, like I told you, like that first week we was rapping and stuff, I was indecisive about everything. Remind you, that time we were writing, though. We were writing, you know, because we weren't like that, like, you know. So we was writing and stuff, like, I'll rewrite my stuff, like, a million times, bro. I just, like, I would think about it too much, overthink, double think. I'd be like, that sound good? Do you think I got to do it again? Like, I was just like, I can't think for myself. I couldn't think for myself. I was just thinking about it too hard, like, you know. Then now, like, I don't be doing all that extra stuff. I just kind of get in and punching in, like, I'm not thinking, like, oh, like, is this hard? Does it sound hard? Like, nah, like. It's just me. Like, if it sound hard to you, then that's cool. Like, if it don't sound to you, that's still cool. Like, I don't care. Like, it's my story. Like, I'm talking about whatever going on in my life.
Yeah. So this next question, bro. Talk about, you feel me, being Mexican, you know, being...
I'm not Mexican. Oh, I'm Salvadorian.
Salvadorian.
Yeah, a lot of people get that confused because people think I'm black, Mexican, or both. I ain't none of those. I'm Salvadorian. Full
Talk
Salvadorian.
about being Salvadorian, you feel me, and hopping into this music shit, bro. So did you hear about you tuned in with like the Almighty Suspect and Swifty Blue type shit?
Nah, I didn't. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really be caught up on all that.
So let me break it down, bro. So this is basically saying, like why is like the Latin, like it's Hispanic people making, you feel me, getting into this industry where it's mainly black culture wise, you feel me?
Yeah.
So talk about how it is being Hispanic or Latin, you feel me, and going into this industry, bro, and really, like breaking the barrier type shit, you feel me? Because people gonna judge you, bro, you feel me?
No,
The
yeah,
way
for
you
sure.
is, why the fuck is he
Sure.
rapping like that? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like he ain't, you feel me? So
Yeah.
talk about it like the way your philosophy is and the way you go about your business, really going into the industry and really pushing that shit out the way.
I mean, honestly, I ain't never put no deep thought into it really because one, like, honestly, even for all the time that I've done music, I feel like I really started being passionate about it, like, just like about now, like just a couple months back. Like I wouldn't even say like 5 months back, but now I'm really going for a passion for music. But I mean, you can repeat the question. I kind of lost myself in that right there.
So like talk about it is like, you feel me, people gonna judge you because you feel me, you're not from that culture.
I mean, like I said, I ain't really think of that only cause in South Central, like I don't really gain that thought. Like I was just like, what they gonna think of me? I sound black or something? I sound Hispanic? Like I didn't even grow up listening to Hispanic music. Like, I don't even like, not trying to say like that, but I could speak perfect Spanish and I understand Spanish. I could write in Spanish, but I can't understand Spanish music, bro, at all. Like it's too fast for me or something. I can't understand it, So I ain't really grow up listening to Spanish music and stuff like that. I ain't even know like Chicano rap was a thing up until like I started rapping for real. Like for real though, I ain't never even thought of that. Like
Can you rap in Spanish if you wanted to though?
I've tried in one song. It sound cool, but it don't sound official yet. So I do want to get that sound down with the sound. Like I sound like where I come from. For real. But I'm working on it and stuff. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, people gonna take it how they want. Everybody got their own opinion. I can't make the whole world happy. Like it's just the way it is.
Yeah, facts. So you just dropped a new project. You feel me? So talk about that. It was a
collab. Yeah.
It was a collab project, right?
Yeah, collab project.
So talk about how that project came along and who was the artist that you work with.
It's my boy, D Nice, but he go by New Nice, None Nice actually, to say it properly.
Was this one of your first projects?
This is actually my first project. Yeah, it's my first project, and the way it came out to be because D Nice also kind of got that sound too, like like he falling into that
melodic.
What's that sound? That melodic, like that young thug gunna sound. Like some people say he sound like Bino or something, But D Nice really been having that sound for a long time though. Like I'm talking about, he been having that sound since I'm talking about like 2014. Like before Gunna, Bino was popping and stuff. And I was just like, I feel like I'm not gonna say he missed his chances, but in his prime times where he should have blew up, he ain't blow up, and he had that sound before a lot of niggas did, But now it's kind of the sound like he jockeying other people. But long story short, I mean, D-Nice, he always been hard and stuff like, and my boy for real. And, he turned into my boy and stuff like that. But pretty much I ain't never made no songs with D-Nice. He made songs with all the homies and stuff. So one time I told him, like, I invited him to my studio session, Now I got an engineer. Shout out to my boy, what's up, man, and stuff like that. But now I got my engineer. He like, he be like official type, be like how I say it. So now when I go like to studio, like it's easy for me to rap and stuff just because he's so easy to work with me, and I feel like that's what I've been needing as an artist, like just somebody like that forces a pace upon me. Like, damn, the engineer faster than me. Like, how that's supposed to be? I'm supposed to be faster than the engineer. Like, the engineer taking the time and stuff like that. I'm the one taking my time. Like, ain't nothing wrong with the taking your time, bro. It's just what I'm saying. Like, he move fast, he work fast. And, I had another engineer like that, but he down there in Florida that worked that fast too. So, shout out to him too. But yeah, long story short, fucking, what you asking? My bad.
About how that project came along?
Yeah, the project came along, yeah. D-Nice, I never went to the studio here, so I told him pull up to the studio. I got this fire engineer now. I want you to check him out. He pulled down. I ain't never made a song with D-Nice. This is like our first song. This whole project is our first times working on music together, So we made Ain't Fair. It's not the first song on the project, but that's the first song that we made. And when we made that song, we made it fast. And I wasn't really freestyling too much, like freestyling at the time, but D-Nice freestyle everything, So when he came to the studio, I was like, man, I ain't about to be that person sitting around, like, trying to punch something in. I was just like, whatever he on, like, I'm on, like, So, he punched in, I punched in, we knocked it out the way. And Shit, I think that shit sound hard. Like he think that shit sound hard. It had a little kick to it, so it kind of gave me like a little like motivation. Like, all right, like yeah, we can make some hard ass songs. Like, let's just do a project. Like, let's just knock this shit out. And we made like the majority of the songs of projects like in 2 weeks. Like almost all the songs, but then like we kind of like took a while on doing the last 2 songs of the project and stuff like that. So really, it's our first time working together. We knocked the project out in probably like 2 months. But like I said, we really did the majority of songs like in 2 weeks. But you know, you gotta master stuff. You gotta get the cover art, all that. You know. So yeah, long story short, it took about like 2 months and change. And I mean, yeah, we put that project out. I wanted to get something rolling. You know, something to excite people for my own project and stuff. You know, just to get a taste, like you know, just to test the waters. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Facts. So you're saying back to the project. So you got your own project coming out and you working on. So this one was like your first project, your first collab project, and your first project that you put out. And this was just like a sample that you wanted to get the fans, you know, to really get to know Azul.
Yeah.
So now this next project that's coming out is really gonna be your own solo project, and this shit really gonna covetate, you feel me, who Azul is, and really, you know, make the sound and really stamp shit on your name type shit.
Yeah, something to get the ball rolling. You know?
Yeah. So talk about, bro, you've been rapping for about 2 years now, and you've been on and off type shit, you feel me? And now you're really trying to make this shit in, like really make rap money music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So talk about how it is, bro, like just like really just keeping your head straight and really, you know, really just trying to focus on music, bro. Like, cause I know growing up in South Central, it's a lot of distractions, you feel me? You walk outside, you never know what you might run into, what you might see. So just talk about how it is, bro, now that you're really trying to make this shit. Like, how hard is it, you know, just to keep your head straight around the environment you're in?
Yeah, well, I mean, growing up, you know, it was hard. You know, everybody got side story, you know, like, shit, some people had it worse than me, you know, and I feel like I had it really bad, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was bad and stuff, but I think I'm a very optimistic person, you know, so I feel like I see the best in things. And I'm sure I'm saying the right one because I'm sure pessimistic is like you see the worst in things and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I feel like I'm a very optimistic person and stuff. So I always seen the best in things. And as a kid, like I was always trying to create brands and stuff like that. So I always kind of like wanted to be something, you know. I feel like I just had a lot of like, I ain't really carried no hate as a kid and stuff. Like, I feel like why my family got to be this way? Like, why I can't have no food? Like, you know, I just feel like, you know, everybody got to wait their turn. I feel like I was somebody that waited my turn, you know. You know, I put in the work for it. So, like I said, like, I ain't want to rap. Like, part of the reason, like, the main reason why I ain't want to rap is because I was getting money in the streets, man. Ain't nobody want to be rapping. Like, that shit ain't making no money. You know, everybody telling me, like, nah, you can blow up and stuff like that. I'm just like, bro, no, bro. I'm making money now. I ain't trying to make money in a year. Like, you know, like, what are you talking about, you know?
Yeah.
You're telling me like 30 cents a listen, like, bro, you sound crazy. Like 30 cents a stream, not even 30 cents, 0.003 cents a stream and shit. Like hell no, like I ain't trying to do that, like, you know. But I mean, after a while, it grew on me. I met some pretty important people that show me how valuable, you know, music is, like with the money shit aside and stuff like that. So, you know, like, I mean, you know, I got a big family, bro. I feel like I'm a big impact in my family. I take care of my family for real. So, music shit aside, you know, sometimes like real life just be getting in the way too much, like, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like, so
Really just gotta handle your business first type shit.
yeah, like, yeah. So that's really why I delay a lot too. Like, you know, like a lot of people got more time and stuff because they got less responsibilities, you know. Like, I started paying bills like when I was a kid, like, you know, like real kid and stuff like that. So I've been taking care of my family, like, you know, my little siblings, they depend on me for stuff when they think about shoes and stuff like that. Like, when they think about they need something, like, my little siblings, like, depend on me. I'm the first person they call. Like, they hungry, like, you can send me some food. Like, you know what I'm saying, I need a haircut. Like, you can sell the barber. Like, you know, like, they depend on me for everything, you know. So, when they really count on me. So, for me to, like, you know, sit down, like, go to jail or something like that, like, you know, it's a real pause in everybody's life in my family, not just, like, mine, you know.
Yeah, facts. How'd you get the name Azul?
So, how my name came about, it was, like I said, no, I didn't say this, but I said that like on another interview that I did, like on an article type beat. So pretty much my boy, I used to pull up. I always wear blue. Like, I don't know, like I always wear blue. I never even considered it my favorite color for real, but I always wear blue. And you know, like every single time I get in school with money, like I like to come to school with only hundreds. Like I like to come to school with $100. Like, you know, my banker always blue. Like everything about me was really always blue. Like, you know. So, you know, my boy told me, he like, man, you got so much blue on, bro. You should just call yourself blue. And I was just like, bro, no, that shit sound gay. Like that shit sound funny or something like that. Like, you know, like not targeting gay people and nothing like that. Cause I know people take that shit serious. So, you know, like ain't, you know. But long story short, like I told him, like I don't really fucking with it. I want something to represent me, kind of like the person that I really am, like where I come from and stuff. And you know, like you said, you know, like my music, it got a lot to do with the black culture and stuff like that. So I want something to really represent me, like me, my people and stuff like that. Something that really sound like me, you know. So you know, I came up with Azul, and you know, like my boy inspired it, but I came up with the type beat, you know. And I tell everybody, like, you know, I started introducing myself as Azul. You know, everybody started calling me Azul.
That's fire. Now, for people listening, tapping in now to get to know you, if there's one song that you would tell them to go tune into to really know more about you and like really know your type of music, what's that song that you would send them to?
I think I'll send them probably like 2 new songs in my project, only because it's so fresh. Like compared to all my old music, I'll probably say like one of my songs called "Been That" or like "Reasons" with me and my boy D Nice. But you know, you could get a good feel from my verses and my hooks and stuff like that. Like, you know, to really recognize like where I'm coming from, how my music is and stuff like that. My wordplay, my melody, my cadence. You know.
So what are some of your goals for the 2023 year?
You know, 2023, you know, I really want to take music more serious, you know, like really advertising myself, marketing, promoting, and dropping more music. You know, like I said, I just dropped a project this December, so next year I'm dropping my own project, like with like my singles and probably like 2 features, like, you know, from not features like anybody that I'm trying to get featured, like just my boys. Like I ain't even, honestly, I'm at the point right now, I ain't trying to do no features, and I'm not trying to get no features from people I don't know. Like, you know, I don't even care you a big rapper, I don't want the feature right now, like, you know. For real though. So yeah, right now I got featuring my boy Rax, you know, and Rara. In my 2 features right now, and you know, I'm gonna stand on that and just keep them as my only 2 features. I'm gonna do my project probably like 10 songs, like 8 songs, get it rolling too, you know. And probably later down the year, probably drop like 1 or 2 more projects aside from that one. So in January, I definitely got something else coming. I'm just, like I said, getting everything correct, mixing, mastering the songs, fixing the cover art, all that. And still trying to do some, I'm still finna drop some videos for this project that I got out right now. Like, we still got some videos coming in, just cooking up, you know.
Hell yeah. Yeah, seeing you have a lot of videos, you feel me? Are you you like to drop a lot of videos type shit?
Nah, the reason I got a lot of videos, honestly, I wouldn't even.
I'm not saying it's a bad part.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's a really good thing.
Yeah,
I know it is, but what I'm trying to do, I'm not trying to take the credit. Cause really, shout out to people. I got a few people, you know, that work like in like video industry and stuff like that. Like my boy McCracken, you know, like my boy Edgar and stuff like that. Like shout out to them, you know. They kind of really put me on with the whole like, you know, they're directors and stuff like that. So like videos is something that's like mandatory to them. Like, nah, you need a video, like, and stuff like that. You know, they filmed me when I was young. Like I said, I started rapping, but I ain't run to rap. That's why I ain't like signed no deal when I was a kid or something like that. Cause I just turned 18 like a couple months ago, like 2-3 months ago. Like, you know, I just turned 18 years old. So they filmed me when I was like 14, 15 years old. Like, you know, like Edgar already had his own shit rolling and stuff like that. Like, you know, like, but damn, like, you know, like I'm Hispanic and I'm not Mexican. I'm Salvadorian, so that's different for a lot of people, you know. And I rap the way I do, you know. So it's like I mean, you know, from what I heard and from what I know, you know, it's a breath of fresh air, like for a lot of people, you know. So, yeah, long story short, you know, they're directors and stuff like that. They work in that industry, so they always, man, creative ideas and videos and stuff like that is always scrambling in their thoughts, you know. And so they'll like not force, but like they'll like, you know, like you gotta do a video. Like they always telling me, like, you gotta do a video. Like it needs a video gonna catch more attention. People are more attracted to the videos and stuff like that. You know, the music could be hard, but the video really like show, like, you know, how you seen it, like how you seen the song and stuff like that.
And it's really just like a face card. Like the more you're seen, the more they're gonna be heard, more you're gonna be known type shit. You feel me? So
In the video, you know, say a lot, just like music do. Like something I always say, like, damn, like I feel like with music, you feel like you know artists just because of how much you listen to them. Like, you know, like I ain't never met Young Thug, I ain't never met Future in a day in my life, but I know what type of jewelry they got, like no weird shit. Like I know what type of like oh, shit they do, like shit they buy, what type of cars they got, but not because I want to know. It's just because it's all up in front of. It's out there, like it's all up in my face, like you know. So it's just stuff like that. Like I know a little bit of their story because of how they talk about it and stuff like that. Like you know, like when rappers be having little like beefs, little problems and stuff like that, they be talking about it. Everybody know about it. They'll be like, oh, you see, there was this part of the lyrics. Like you know, you really learn people in their lyrics. That's what I'm trying to say, you know. So I feel like a lot of people, you know, get that feel for me. And then also when you showing face, when you wearing certain things, like you got certain jewelry in your video, or you're at certain places, certain people like that, people are learning you, you know, like they're learning you.
That's hard. So anything you want to let the fans know for what's to come?
Damn, yeah, like I said, man, I'm trying to drop a lot of work. I'm trying to get 10K followers plus like this new year, you know, like I ain't never really been somebody that big on social media, but it's growing on me right now. I've been doing it a little bit. Like,
It's a brand.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, and I had to really learn that the hard way only because I was being hard-headed because of how I wanted to be. I wanted to be in the hood. Like, I wanted to be getting money. Like, that's what I was into, you know? Now I see the big picture and stuff like that. You know, it took me a while to see it, but, you know, I'm seeing it now, and, you know, that's part of the reason. I mean, everything, you know, happened at its time, you know? You can't force nothing, so I'm glad, you know, I ain't signed nothing as a kid and stuff like that because, you know, like, some labels done took me a deal. Like, I done had some label meetings as a kid and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, like, a lot of people, like, were trying to sign me, trying to get me and stuff like that. But I just didn't understand the music industry about it, like, at the time, about the music industry at the time. My bad, my mouth dry. And so, you know, like, I didn't want to move forward with it because I see, like, how other rappers, they look like they're making mistakes in their life and stuff like that. Yeah, like, it's not worth it. Like, I feel like, damn, like, I already kind of had money, so it's just like, I don't really feel too pressed about it. Like, damn, I need this money. I need to sign this deal because I need the money. No offense to people that it is like that because I know times get hard. Like, you know, ain't no shame. Like, you know, I'm just saying I just wasn't in that position, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it. That's why I ain't do nothing as a kid. Because I really could have, like, signed and kind of, you know, blew up as a kid, but it probably wouldn't have been worth it. So, you know, everything happening at its time. Like, it's time right now. I'm feeling more comfortable, more financially free and stuff like that. So, you know, I feel like this new year is going to work. Like, it's working.
Hell yeah, that's dope, bro. Shit, man. Well, you tune into Up Next podcast. We got Azul out here, man. Make sure you go stream that new tape, new project he just dropped. He got some new shit coming next month, man, so stay tuned for that. And, man, just stay on your shit, bro. You feel me? We tapped in. All the fans just tapped in. They want more music, more videos, man, so keep doing your shit, bro. You know what I'm saying, man? And,
appreciate everybody for letting me come out, you know. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know, we on Up Next podcast, Lifestyle Inflation now. Go get it, yeah.
Yes, sir. You heard it from the man himself, man. It's your boy Jmoney, Azul in the building. Up Next podcast, man. We out.